Welcome back to the Fanboy Cantina. In this video, we are unboxing the Marvel Legends Defender Strange action figure. Defender Strange is a Target exclusive priced at $31.49. It's the character as he appears in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and there's a link right up above to our video review of the film. It doesn't seem like it's that hard to find. You can find it on shelves at Target, and at least at the time of this video, still place an order online. Now, we are going to do a proper unboxing here, though in the package, I think it looks really great. The bubble packaging design does a great service to representing this action figure, along with that portal in the back. I know that Hasbro is getting away from the bubble packaging, but in this case, it really works very well. To read the back, Defender Strange. Doctor Strange is Earth's foremost magical defender, safeguarding our dimension against supernatural threats from across the multiverse. I really like the insert that they have inside the package. This is kind of a keeper. I like the red transitioning to blue. Looks very cool. Looking inside the package, there are two bubble trays at work here. One is used to hold the portal accessory, and then the other is used to hold Defender Strange. And you bring the two together, and it lays very nicely in the package. First, let's take a look at the portal. The portal is actually what prompted me to place a pre-order before even seeing the movie. I really like things like this, simple pieces that you can use for a diorama of your own. This is one continuous piece, right? And it is, for the most part, translucent. I think the effect works quite well. It looks like that spinning portal that you see in various MCU movies with Doctor Strange. It is translucent for much of it, but then at the bottom it is a little bit painted, kind of like a flame effect. Shifting over to the Marvel Legends Defender Strange action figure, I think from a distance at first blush, the action figure looks pretty good. It is a good rendition of the Defender Strange character as he appears in the Multiverse of Madness. As you get a little bit closer, though, I think some of the imperfections are apparent, mainly in the paintwork. Looking at the head sculpt is a good rendition of Benedict Cumberbatch. But if you look at the paint ops, there's something a little bit off in the face. If we look at the hair, right, you got that gray streak on the side, but it doesn't go all the way to the hairline. And there is that bit of brown that's exposed in there. If we look at the other side, I've got a little bit of gray paint bleeding there. This is just my action figure, though, right? Maybe your mileage may vary. The action figure does have a good range of movement in the head, as you would expect. Of course, it does have to have that ponytail that we see on Defender Strange. Because of the shoulder pads that are on this particular action figure, it does limit the range of movement, so you're not going to be able to put it too far over the head, but that's about as far as you're going to be able to get. Taking a look at the torso, there's a good range of movement in the torso. So for the upper half of this action figure, pretty good range of movement. For the bottom half, it's a little bit more limited because it's got this very long cloak or kind of skirt-like design. The plastic is a little bit softer. There are the slits in the front, so you've got some range of movement, just a little bit of limitations right there. Moving to the feet, I guess these are boots. There's a good range of movement in the feet, as you would expect. The joints are fairly tight. I'm not loving the sculpt here where the heel seems to be as large as it is, but they're fine. For the most part, if we're talking about the arms and legs and the torso, it's a black molded action figure, but with these red accents on the edges. And if we look a little bit closer, though, we can see more of the detail, more of the design in the outfit, in the gauntlets, and it looks quite nice. For my action figure, you can see some of the paint paint imperfections. There's that patch that's missing in the back. If we look at the cloak, yeah, you can see some of those lines. Yeah, they're not so great. There are similar issues on the front of the action figure where you can see some, red paint splotches. The lines are not very tight. I'm not liking the heavy red paint that they've used on Defender Strange. If you're planning on picking one up, I would recommend stopping by your local Target and seeing if it's on the shelf. And if it is, maybe taking a close look at the paint ops on the head sculpt, on the body, on the rest of the action figure, so that you can get a good version of it. Beyond the portal accessory, there's one other set of hands. The right hand is kind of a clutching hand, and the left hand is more like a fist. Overall, I am pleased with the Marvel Legends Defender Strange action figure. Again, I mainly bought it for that portal accessory. And at that $31.49 price point, depending on what you think a Marvel Legends figure is worth, I think it's still a good value, right? Because if it's at $20, that means the portal is $10 and change. I think that's still okay compared to if you were to go to an Etsy or try to print it yourself, do a 3D printing kind of deal. I think it's still a good value. But we want to hear from you. Post in the comments, what do you think of the Marvel Legends Defender Strange action figure from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? As always, thank you so much for watching. Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. This has been the Fanboy Cantina.